All right, in today's lesson here, we're going to look at some operations on fractions here. So we've got our first example here, minus 2/3 plus 1 divided by -4 minus -5/6. So first thing you want to do here is use a couple of basic rules when you want to go through operations on fractions or integers as well. Minus signs that exist, you want to push them to the top when you can. And anytime you see here two minus signs together, that's multiplication. That can be changed to be positive. So I'm going to write the minus 2/3 back down. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put the plus sign and I'll push that minus sign to the top, to the numerator. Like we just discussed here, these two minus signs become positive. This become plus 5/6. And now continuing this on here, right now I have a positive and a minus together. This is really just multiplication. So what you have here is there's sort of a 1 there as well, and so positive 1 times -1/4 is just -1/4. So I can rewrite this and drop the brackets and now write this in a much more friendly way. And you can see here, by doing so, I can quickly see I have an uncommon denominator, so I have to make them common. So that common number that'll do it for us here will be 12. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply top and bottom of this by 4, top and bottom of this by 3, and I'll double this one here. By doing so, I've created equivalent fractions, and this will be -8/12 minus 3/12 plus 10/12. And you can see here, once you have a common denominator, the operations are clear what to do in the numerator. It becomes -8 minus 3 plus 10, which is -1/12. And this is our final answer expressed as a fraction in lowest terms. So that's a general strategy here. When you see these operations on fractions here, minus signs always get pushed to the top. Two minuses become positive, and a plus or minus, or vice versa, just become minus. And you can drop the brackets after that. Let's take a look at another. So with this question here, same idea. We want to go ahead and apply that. I want to first push this minus sign to the top. I can also simplify the plus and the minus to just become a minus. Let's rewrite this. This is going to be 4/7 minus, again, pushing that minus sign to the top, dropping the brackets and just writing this as -1/2, and then minus 3/35. And again, as we just discussed here, these two minuses can now be written as positives. This becomes 4/7 plus 3/5 minus 1/2 minus 3/35. So now if you take a look here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 uncommon denominators. I want to make them all the same. 35 won't do it, but 70 will do it. So I'm going to have to turn these all into factors of 70. So I'll have to multiply these by 10s. I'll have to multiply this here by 14. I'll have to multiply these by 35s. And I'll have to double these. So by doing so, I get 40/70 plus 42/70 minus 35/70 minus 6/70. And now we're here, and I've got 40 plus 42 minus 35 minus 6. So this becomes 40 plus 42 is 82. And then you've got here 82 minus 35 becomes 47. And then 47 minus 6 is 41. So I get 41/70 for this one. And you'll notice here this is a fraction, lowest terms, 41's prime. Can't break that down anymore. So our final answer is 41/70. Let's take a look at another. So for the next question here, we're incorporating a bit of multiplication division here. So in this situation here, since there's no brackets defined, when you have multiplication division, you just do it from left to right. If I'm deciding, do I do the division first or do the multiplication first? If there's not brackets, like if there were brackets around this, I would have had to have tackled this first. Since there's no brackets given to us, we're just going to read this from left to right. So I'm going to tackle this one first here. So if you take a look here, minus sign should be pushed to the top, so this becomes -15/4. We can get rid of the x and just put your brackets. It's easier to read as to what my next step is here. So now you can go ahead and reduce the 4 and the 8. I can divide by 4. This becomes 1 and 2. the 5 and the 15, I can divide by 5. This becomes 1 and 3. So this becomes negative 3 over 1 times 2 over 1 divided by negative 6 over 5. So this becomes negative 6 over 1. And I can go ahead and change this to multiplication and flip. Becomes 5 over negative 6. You'll notice here, when we go to do this, the 6's will cancel, and our final answer for this question becomes 5. Keep in mind, whenever you're dividing, you change division to multiplication, and you flip the expression. So I had negative 6 over 5 became 5 over negative 6. Let's take a look at another. All right, in the final example here, again, I've got my brackets right here. I have to take care of these first. So first thing I have to do is take care of brackets. So I'm going to write this minus 4/9 back down, the division symbol back down, and I'm focusing on brackets here. So you'll notice that my denominators are 8 and a 3. They're not common. 24 makes them common. So I'm going to have to multiply the first fraction by 3 to give me this, and the next fraction by 8 to give me this. And this becomes negative 4/9 divided by negative 41 over 24. And now you notice I want to tackle my division. So to take care of this, we're going to change that division symbol to a multiplication symbol and flip. And I went ahead and did that. Just to make things easier here, you'll see I multiply and have two minus signs. Those are going to come together and be positive. So I can just drop the minus signs, and I'm going to rewrite this. Now to continue simplifying this here, you'll see that I can divide the 9 and the 24. I can divide both of those by 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. So let's just write this back down and see what we got. I've got 4/3 times 8 over 41. And now we are done here. This is in lowest terms. This ends up becoming 32 over 3 times 41 is 123. Okay, these are some quick examples on operations on fractions using our BEDMAS rules here. Thank you.